Hi, Tasha. Thank you for turning out. Sorry for the late notice. How are you, Tasha?
Fine, I'm fine.
What have you been up to now
Nothing
that we're
much.
on a bit of a break?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you get your InstaShop going already?
No,
What happened?
no, okay. I need to learn how to take photos of the product. But the trouble is, I do not quite know how to do that.
To take the photos of the products. Okay. You have to make it. Imagine if you are somebody wanting to buy the product. Okay.
I understand, but
so you have to put yourself in that person's shoes or eyes, and then you photograph to what you think that person needs to know about your product.
I'm not too sure how to do it and tipping it.
As in, you don't know how to use the camera?
My this Rebecca says cannot use a phone camera.
Can. Okay, this is your shop. Can. Okay, it's up to you. You can choose. Okay, what do you think you can, what is easy for you, not what other people say. Okay, what can you do? Do you know how to use a proper camera? You want to use
if it's a phone camera, then yes, I can.
Okay, then use the phone camera. Yeah, use the phone camera. You can take videos of it, and as you're taking, so take about take as many as you think is important. You know, I think you can do it. You want to try?
All right. And the description of the product, what am I supposed to do?
Pardon?
The description of the product.
Okay, one step at a time. Okay, so photos, you're okay, right? You use your phone camera, you take them. Okay, then you can take videos. Okay, like you see me how I do it in Beauty Lighthouse, right? You can plug in using your earpiece. Okay, the earpiece microphone is very good. Okay, so and then you also can hear yourself, right? So you plug it in, and then you set it to video, and then you make sure it's like this side landscape, this is portrait, this is landscape, and then you just video the product. As you video, you talk, you tell other people what is it about the product. You just talk as if you imagine you're explaining it to Auntie Pengen. Okay, or you're explaining it to Kayla, anybody. Okay, then after that you stop the video. Okay, then you play it back again, and then you write. You play back your video, then you write what you had just said. That's one way to write about the product. The other way is you can just take the video in silence. Don't say anything. Okay? Then you have a footage. Then what you do is you then go and you look at the product, and then you write about it. As if you're talking to somebody. As if your mommy is asking you a question, as if Auntie Hima is asking you a question, Auntie Washima is asking you a question. You just write about it. Okay? Doesn't have to be very long. Just do even a few sentences is fine. Okay? But if you can write, if you feel inspired to write a whole essay about it, just write. You know, there's no pressure, and there's no one telling you how much or what you need to do or not to do. Okay? You just write. After you write it, okay, you can even say on the WhatsApp, there's a recorder, right? You can read it to me. You record it. Then you read what you write. Okay? As if you're reading it to me or to the BB Lighthouse keepers or ambassadors. You know how we were sitting around and we were just doing that, and you just read it. You read it. That's a recording that we can keep. Then later on, I'll show you how you put it all together. We show Hong Kai how to do it. Because we're supposed to be doing our production for BB Lighthouse now. We fell behind, because they are graduating October 26th, But in the meantime, while waiting for us to, you are all waiting for me, for the media release and everything, you can start doing it for your own InstaShop first. Okay? So you got it? Easy peasy for you, right? Yeah. Just do 1, 2, 3, Don't need to do so many. So just do one, make sure you understand the whole process. How many products have you chosen?
I think I might have to look in my pottery bag again.
How many? I still have yours. I still have yours in my cupboard. I need to pass it to you. But that one is your traveling exhibit. That one you cannot sell.
Yeah,
Okay?
I don't want.
That one is your when you're doing your talks, you have decided that's your kind of like your micro summit traveling exhibit. So that's still with me. But which are the products you've selected?
Yes.
You want to show me? Is it with you now, or is it in Teacher Jack's studio?
It's in my room.
You can pause. You can quickly go and get it. I can wait for you.
Okay. Bye.
Yeah. Since there's no one here yet, so I might
Bye.
as well. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sitting in.
Oh my goodness. You got yourself quite organized. It's all in the back. Show us the back.
Tasha,
Tasha.
been in my cupboard the whole time.
Okay, show us the back. Show us the back. Show us the back. Just how many items have you got? Oh wow. Okay. Can you what are you using a computer right now?
Yes, I am using a computer.
Okay, is there anything in where you are, so that I'm recording this, right? So you can, is there a shelf or something you can put so that we can see it?
Can I log into my phone?
You can keep this on and then you can log in.
I'll
Okay.
log in from my phone, but I'll keep this on.
Okay. I'm going to finish my lunch because I haven't finished.
Okay.
Okay, hang on.
keep hanging.
I'm here. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So these are what I have right now.
Okay.
Okay, so I do have a sheet plate.
What's a C plate? Oh,
And
okay. Okay.
I have a
Oh,
couple of
sheet
other
plate.
things.
Let me see. Let me see.
Huh?
Let me see. Let me have a look. Let me have a look. Oh, wow. Look at that. That is gorgeous.
Yeah.
That is gorgeous. Is the plate? How big is it?
So what?
How big is it? Like put it
More, I'm
against.
telling you, it's more
Put it
like a
against.
tinted bowl.
Put it on your palm so that people can visualize how big it is.
You mean like this?
Okay, pull it. Yeah. Oh, okay. Hold still, hold still. Okay. Now you keep very quiet and then shake the plate. Hold still, Wait. Because I'm going to go into speaker mode.
Huh?
Shake the plate, shake the plate. No, you can't go. Oh, we've got a guest. We've got a guest. Oh my goodness. Our mystery surprise guest. Oh my goodness.
This thing popped up and I thought I'd better dial in.
Oh my God.
How are you?
You're so sweet and kind. Thank you. This is our very quirky Bilberries Blue Youth Stewardship webinar. I had missed out on people for 3 months now, so I thought I better reenact it. So
You've been traveling and all that, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of things happening. So we're actually recording this. We live the authenticity of Bilberries Blue. So Natasha, who we have with us is Natasha Lee. Tasha, this is one of our sustainability stewards, Mr. Leonard Lee. Yeah. So
Hi, is that Tasha? Is it?
yeah, Tasha is our youth steward, and she's a co-founder of Bilberries Blue Lighthouse.
Right.
She's a Bilberries Blue Lighthouse keeper, and we have a project in basically a school, and we have a schoolroom there. And Tasha, together with the Bilberries Blue Lighthouse keepers, basically run a program called Bilberries Blue Lighthouse Ambassadors. So that's what I've been posting on BB. Okay. Then as we go on with the youth stewardship program, what happens is we keep it fluid because the youth stewards have communicated to us that it's hard for them to keep up if it's very formalized or if it's a particular timing, but we have one timing, and then all the others are either at work or still in school or everything. So we just keep it open, and whoever can come just jumps on board. So whoever comes, and each of them have their own personal atelier project, and then a group projects as well, you know, and then co-founding things like Bilberries Blue Lighthouse. So today Tasha is here. So Tasha is working on her InstaShop.
Right.
Yeah. So Tasha, can you introduce yourself to Leonard? Uncle Leonard? Okay, you call him Mr. Leonard. Call out. And then later you have to introduce yourself as well, Leonard.
Leonard will do.
Leonard will do. Okay, yeah. So Tasha, introduce yourself to Leonard. Okay, and then you, then we go on from there. So I'm kind of more like the host.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm Natasha. I was in ITE before I started Baby Lighthouse. I mean, being a Baby Lighthouse keeper.
No, you did start BB Lighthouse. You were correct there. You did start BB Lighthouse.
Yeah. Baby Lighthouse. And whilst I was in ITE, I was studying in business and services. Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Okay, Leonard, could you introduce yourself to Tasha and kind of the world as well, since we're recording this?
To the world.
Yes.
That's a bit scary.
Later, we will actually publish this right onto BB's YouTube TV, BB
I've got to get my Marcom team to then draft it out first then.
There we live the now and the authenticity. Okay. So that's the opportunity that we're providing for a lot of the children and the youth,
Yep,
so
sure.
that they feel really comfortable. So
Hi, Natasha. I'm Leonard. I guess my my day-to-day job, I'm in what we call funds management, private equity funds management. I'm in real estate. What I do is that we corral money from investors. We take money from investors and buy real estate for them and manage real estate for them. I've been in real estate, I think, I'm an accountant by training, but I've been in real estate since I started, pretty much since I started my career some 30 over years ago.
wow.
I've known, I guess I know Ping Yan through Ping Bing and Ryan Chiwei. Went to school with Ping Bing and Chiwei.
Wow. Okay. That's a lot of sharing, authentic sharing. Thank you. Tasha, do you have any questions or response to Leonard? Just try. Ask him what he. Was there anything that you needed clarification? No. No.
That's okay. Yep.
That's okay. Yep.
No worries.
Okay. So
I can't stay for too long, Ian.
I got it. I got it.
Half an hour or so.
Okay. So why don't we do something where we both give some mentorship or support or guidance or inputs, or maybe just a sounding board to Tasha as she sets up her InstaShop. Okay,
yep.
So before you dial in, what Tasha and I were working on was essentially looking at her products. So Tasha, we can go back to that now. So Tasha had then set up basically her phone to look at, for us to be able to kind of help her with the wow, this is Justin coming in. Okay, maybe we this is how it goes. Justin is okay, I'll let Justin introduce himself. We've got about 48 global youth stewards now, Leonard.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
You're doing well.
Huh? I don't know. I just said to everyone, we just keep going, right? Yeah.
Like this,
Yeah. Like you turning out. It's really wonderful. Thank you so much.
Been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while. COVID and all. Justin.
They're struggling with video.
Thank you. I don't even know where they're dialing in from nowadays, Let's see where he is. Justin.
Hello. Yeah, sorry for being late.
No, not at all. Sorry for me being not available for 3 months. Okay, so we are reassembled again. Justin, turn on your video. Ta-ta, Wow. Where are you now?
Sorry, I just got back from internship. I'm having my lunch break now, so yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You still have to wear your mask where you are?
I'm in my home now. Oh, sorry.
We've got a surprise guest. Okay. Yeah, it's Mr. Leonard Lee, one of our sustainability stewards, but he said to call him Leonard. Okay. I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to let you all talk. So Justin, you introduce yourself. And then Leonard, we've got him recording on it. And anyway, yeah, Justin.
Okay. So hello, Mr. Leonard. I'm Justin.
Leonard will do.
Hi. Okay. Hello, Leonard. I'm Justin from Malaysia and currently a second year degree student. Yeah.
Okay, what are you studying?
Major in mechatronic engineering.
Okay, right.
Yeah. So far so good. Yeah. We are for my part in the stewardship. I'm actually like I'm responsible for recording a music video with another candidates. So but then we are facing the facility issues lah. So that one we still can't solve the problem yet. Yeah, the
Facility
sound quite
issues meaning? When you say facility issues, what are these?
just like the how to say, so the recording tools are not on not in good quality. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not familiar with that. So what?
Okay. No
is it
problem.
something
No problem.
that can be easily rectified, or is it a major issue?
Well, I think it's a problem of the network, maybe because we are not recording together. We are like, I'm recording in Malaysia, and then he's recording in Nigeria, is it?
Right. Okay.
Nairobi, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's a connectivity.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
And then another, apologize to Peng An also, because I try to communicate with the Malaysian candidates, but then they are I think most of them are busy with their student works and also their jobs maybe. Yeah, so it's quite hard for them to take their time out to join a meeting during weekdays.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're still trying to
Yeah.
overcome it. So we have set up like a editorial board, right? And Justin is also on the editorial board. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we managed to get Contentful, which is this content application platform, right? It's based out of Berlin, and they've given us 50 free accounts, and that actually should be the one that we can use to kind of be our editorial board, and then allow everybody to publish their own contents, you know. So one of the pedagogical thrust, I guess, of the program is that we actually go from our personal development and based on our values. So content or dialogues and creative things, right? Whether it's the process or whether it's the outcome, becomes very important for us to be able to make it visible. So they call it visible learning. So the Youth Stewardship program isn't so much about, okay, I got to do this, and I apologize to Peng An. It's more like, okay, we've got a vision, then we've got some goals and milestones that we set for ourselves, and then the challenges that were set were actually deliberate, right? So for Justin to make a music video using nothing, right? Using whatever you have, without any resource, without any funding, without any leg up, right? And see where you'll get to, you know. So it's more that kind of challenges. And Justin, you should really just see it as a growth challenge. It's not a program where it's like got fail one. Yeah, it's a program of basically just maybe just a gathering of us, you know, and just keeping each other like okay in life, right? And be very positively growing, productive, supporting each other. And the youth stewards were really selected by their elders or their leaders of the country, you know. So Justin has actually been selected by Malaysia, by the International Youth Foundation of Malaysia.
Wow. Okay.
There's like about 120 candidates, and International Youth Foundation selected 12, you know, for us to be part of this program. Yeah. And similarly for the youth stewards in Kenya, in Nairobi, right? They're from the children's home and school. Yeah, children's garden, and basically the founders and the leaders basically selected 12 youth stewards for us. And then there's another group from the Dangkalan kind of village or town. Village is kind of smallish, about 500 of population. And the town council selected the 12 stewards for us.
Right.
Yeah.
How often do the stewards meet?
In the first year, it was quite frequent. Justin, you were part of the cohort one. and it was excellent. It was 2021, and we were in the first kind of 2 months. We met almost every other week, Justin, or even every week, to just get everybody. Then after that, I think it was monthly, Justin. Yeah, and we had a program of milestones, and then we onboarded cohort 2. And once we established that cohort 2 and cohort 1 basically have understood the 7 kind of formation milestones, then we decided, okay, we just meet once a week and keep it like this, a bit more open. But we have like I said, group personal atelier projects, personal projects, group projects. Then the editorial board is supposed to basically kind of find a way to publish all the documentation that we've done, our insights, because the Youth Stewards also wrote essays and everything, So, but instead of us as the program co-directors coming in and doing it, right, we're kind of more like usherers. But I think there's also too much nannying, Yeah, we tend to do that. So because the Youth Stewards are in their transition, right, from kind of youth to adult, so we shouldn't do so much ushering. But I think it's a
guidance, like should be more guidance.
Yeah. But I have a temptation of like just
we know what you're like.
Yeah, there is this beautiful vision that I keep having, and Helena, one of the sustainability stewards, right, is I spoke to her. I met her in London last week, and we were still talking about having this Bilberries Blue Summer School. I can't remember if you came for our micro summit, but you did come for a micro summit together, Bernard. Yeah. So it's kind of something like that, very grounds up, very community, very expertise driven, but ground real living, yet quite a lot of cognitive stuff, framing, something like that. Like, could we then do it, say, in Cambridge? That was kind of the big, hairy, audacious goal, right? That we kind of started for ourselves. So there is actually another team, and we've done some quite a lot of work on what would be the curriculum. So the Youth Stewards actually also sat together and also frame how they wanted to do the new curriculum that speaks to their life circumstance, from Kenya, from Philippines, from Malaysia.
And who's the audience for all that?
You mean for the summer school or for us?
for the Youth Stewards, for example, what you guys are doing now?
Currently, what we've done is everybody is agreed to basically like when we come together, right? We do this recording, and then I just basically post it on our YouTube channel.
No, yeah, I understand. But I'm saying, like, for example, like the likes of Justin is been selected by the Malaysian
International Youth Foundation, yeah.
Right, and so is there a bigger audience behind this? I mean, do you have Justin have to report back to to that foundation?
So we at the I guess at the, how do you call it? We have like when we approach these organizations, we had said to them, this is the intention of this program. It's not a KPI, it's not this, I think what we do is the live documentation, and there's always some reporting around it, or a press say around it. I think that suffices for the organizations involved. As long as the Youth Stewards we're still keeping in touch with them, and they are growing or developing. To date, there has been nothing that we needed to flag to anybody, because the parameters that were set was about supporting them through their life journeys.
Right.
So when the organizations accepted our collaboration, I would call it, right, it's really understanding that we're all kind of on the ground, like the mentors from Bilberries Blue or from the other organization. We are the ground that the youths are transitioning from towards to adult life, right? So some may choose a different pathway, and then but the idea is to give the opportunity to access the world. So that's why it's called global, right? So from where they are to really can we accelerate, right? The access into maybe the marketplace or community leadership, but it is with the view of sustainable development and kind of leading it,
Yep. Okay.
Yeah. So I think it's the partners that we selected basically are kind of like yourselves and all the others really on the same page. We're just here. Yeah. So Justin, how do you feel about Leonard's question just now about how because
sorry?
yeah, like Leonard say, right? So if you're selected by the foundation, the organization, then as a youth steward and also as what you think the other youth stewards, kind of more like, how do you account, how do you report, regarding the progress?
We usually report to each other about so far the progress that we have made, and then usually we'll like report to Peng An in the next meeting. Yeah, yeah, that kind of like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's limited to this group, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's we thought about it. There is so there's so many programs out there now, right? But we all decided together that we would rather it be real, right? As friends first, friends for life kind of thing. But of course, we understand the governance and the accountability. So when they say they report to me, they're kind of reporting to each other. I'm just a facilitator, but because I also come from a space of governance, being an auditor and all that, right? And in business leadership and all that. So what my give back is really like just force everybody to organize and be accountable. So there is actually Google Drives and timelines. And it's no different from as if they're already belonging to an organization, maybe run by me. Yeah, like so it's quite scary, right, Justin? Like everyone has to do their essays, they come in think, oh, they don't want to do any work, but then they actually ended up having to do a lot of work.
So you get slapped on the wrist if you don't do it, is it?
I have done that too.
Or you get fined.
No, very scary one. Okay, if that meeting happens to be about time punctuality, right? It's like you come in and you have to chant like, I entered this room at 2:33 and the meeting started at 2 o'clock. And then you have to explain to everybody why you didn't make it at 2 o'clock, while others have to wait 33 minutes for you, and what that means. So the whole intent of the whole thing is to really say or live a kind of almost a preparedness, right? There is not so much a rehearsal like in school, but since you're in the program, you really have taken the undertaking, right? Then what are your actions and then what are your consequences? Because and more towards like if you're actually holding down a job and if you're leading a community or a business or even your household, right? Then what is it that is required of you? The tenacity that's required, the discipline that's required, the skills, so that we don't leave anybody, right? Here comes Naida. Now you're going to stay longer than half an hour, Leonard. That's my prediction for you.
2:45, I believe.
I know.
10, so.
Leonard lives on a hard close, okay, guys? Watch him, okay? Then later you can, before you leave, just leave us to tell everybody, inspire everybody about your work, okay? I think Snyder! Snyder, hello. I am so sorry, Snyder, that I have been absent, especially from you. Are you okay, Snyder?
Yeah,
Huh? Thank you for dialing in.
I'm sorry. I can't.
Huh?
Sorry, I've just seen the message now.
No, it's me, but all is forgiven even to me because I had to go through quite terrible things for the last 3 months. But yeah, doesn't matter. No sorries, only love. Okay, Snyder, we've got a very guest
Yeah.
speaker today who's very curious now. Okay, Leonard, your floor, you take it. Ask Snyder
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah, I was just going to ask where you dialing from, Schneider. Hello.
Snyder, show us. He's very curious where you're at now. Just show us, show him, and ask him to guess.
Oh, I'm at the children's home. So this is
Which part of the world?
school. So this is the learning home. Yeah.
Okay, I can understand the problem that Justin is having, facilities issue.
Yeah. Oh, see?
Using
Yeah.
the computer room because there is
Okay, Snyder, you gotta slow down because the bandwidth is it's a bit jumpy. So we're getting a blank screen now.
Try just turning the video off. That'd be a bit better.
She's trying to show you.
Yeah, yeah.
I know. Maybe I'll stop my video. That might work. Yeah. So see, when we were
She dropped
starting to
off.
do this, yeah, it's okay. Sometimes it gets better. Hong Kai, one of the BB Lighthouse keepers, we managed to work with Gorilla Mobile to try out some SIM cards. I'm not sure if it's actually been sent to Snyder. Snyder, you're back. We missed some of the things. Yeah, show us.
sorry. So this is the computer lab, and we have some students in it using the computers.
Wow. That's pretty impressive, Snyder. Everyone has a computer.
Yes.
No, we have a few kids in the computer.
So that's the computer lab, right? So just to give us a sense, right? How many computers to how many children?
We have how many computers? How many computers? So we have Victor here.
Victor!
Yes.
I have
Hi,
missed
long
you.
time.
A long time,
Yeah,
long
me
time.
too.
It's my bad. This time is my bad. Okay. Is you
Ah,
can
yeah,
you
no
all can
problem.
thumb me this time. This time, you know, I've not missed a single meeting, and then suddenly I go cold for 3 months. Yeah, scold me, scold me.
Yeah,
Okay.
we understand. Yeah.
Yeah, we've got a guest here today, one of the
Okay.
sustainability stewards. He's Leonard.
Hello.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
hi.
Yeah. Leonard, you
Yeah.
have any questions for Snyder and Victor?
Yes, I am still curious as to which country you guys are in.
Oh, we're in Kenya.
Okay, Kenya, right?
Yeah, yeah, Kenya.
Okay. I won't say I know anything. I've never been to that part of the world.
Oh, you should visit. It's a very nice place.
Yeah, and now the climate is a bit hot.
Right.
Yeah.
Summer now. Is it going to summer?
Yeah,
And what time is there? Is it in Kenya now?
it is
Nice 9:30.
9:30 a.m.
9:30 a.m. Okay.
Yeah,
So we are 5 hours ahead.
Yeah.
yeah.
So Victor is in charge of the computer lab. We can say something about the computers and yeah, how many computers per lab?
Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We have 16 computers in the computer lab. But if we have a class of 20 students, they share. They always share 2.
Right.
Yeah, 2 per computer. Yeah, so we try to minimize them. So we put them like in groups. One group, they come at like, for example, at 1, and then the other one come at 1:30, like that.
Nice, nice. It's good. It's good, Victor. This is good work. Computers are
Yeah,
very
thank you.
important, Yeah.
Yes.
So just now Leonard was noticing about the the connectivity and all that, right? So what kind of solutions are you using? Like, are you using? Has Honkai sent you the Gorilla SIM card yet?
No, not yet.
Not yet. Can you please chase him?
Okay.
Like, tell him after today's meeting that Ping An had asked whether he had sent it to you.
Oh, okay, okay.
You're all allowed to ask each other and chase each other, okay? And also all the boxes, okay? Just make him
Oh, yeah.
sweat a little bit, although it's already hot in Singapore, okay? Because he needs
Okay.
to get those things over to you, okay?
Okay.
Even
Yeah.
though when I'm busy and I'm not available for webinars, you guys must keep going, okay? And
Okay.
Justin is here too, Victor. How's the video coming?
Wait,
How's the
no
video
problem.
coming along?
Yeah, the video we didn't we edited. I remember I sent it to you in the email.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. But then we have like out of team problems. Yeah,
Yeah, the sound. Yeah.
So the sound is not that how to say harmony
Yeah.
or not in sync. So that's the recording tools problem, and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Unless we have better tools, but so else I think we have to
Are you
like
gonna
find
give up? Are you gonna give up?
No. We are still thinking how to solve that problem. Yeah.
Okay, solve
Yeah.
it. Victor, since Leonard is here, I do want to cover one thing that has been in my mind and heart. How is the food crisis situation at Children's Garden? Is it resolved yet?
Now we have resolved it a bit. It is not worse like the previous time.
Okay. Can you give us a quick summary so that when Leonard's here, he can understand what happened, and we need to have a longer term resilience for the food situation. Okay. So give us a very quick summary because he has to go at 2:45, but just let him hear it. Then after it can mobilize some stuff for you. Okay. Okay, go.
Yeah. On the those days on COVID, the food were a bit expensive, and then as a children's garden, we depend on donors mostly. So that time donors were not pitching in because of the hardship of the life. So what we did, we were going to ask for food like individual people. Like you remember, even you, I sent you a detail of the foods that we need. So that's what we were doing, me, Snyder, and other beneficiaries. So we will go around talking to people to support us, because at that time kids were eating twice, like maybe breakfast and supper. Yeah, and then the lunch, there is no lunch. So we were trying to minimize the food. Yeah, so
and again, it was also affected by the you see, we had COVID, and again this year in Kenya we had elections, so the food prices went up. So most of the people, well-wishers, we depend on well-wishers for food. So most of them withdrew because the lifestyle went up, so there was not enough to give out. So that's why we didn't get,
What is the situation now? Because I tried to get a donor and I couldn't get that activated as well. But what is the situation now?
Now we have some few people donating, just enough to take us for a short period of time. Yeah.
So do the children, if we send stuff, can we send milk powder? I'm just wondering what's the fastest way to get that going, Is milk powder something you'll take or no? Not really. I'm just thinking of the nutrition, like something.
We've not had that before, but we can try that. Yeah.
That's tough if they haven't had it before, right?
Yeah.
So just tell us, what is the food that that you normally take? Like, what's the staple diet and all that?
The most consumed food is maize and beans because they eat ugali. Ugali is a staple food in Kenya, which is made, it's made up of flour, and the flour is gotten from the maize.
Also, maize flour.
Yes,
We have
we
quite
use
a lot of
maize.
maize flour. Yeah.
Yeah, and also beans because we buying vegetables in Kenya is very expensive, so we prefer them taking ugali and beans. Yeah.
How old are the children in your in the children's garden, and how many children are there?
Okay, we have children from 3 years up to 20,
Right.
and also us. So we have 180 kids living at Children's Garden. Boarding. That means they take all the meals at the school, and we also have like 250 who come for school and they go home in the evening.
Right.
So those 250, they only take lunch at the school.
Previously, okay, okay. Yeah, so Snyder runs, it's one of the leadership team of the school. And
Is that government sponsored, or is that a private enterprise?
No, it's not government, it's private.
Right.
Yeah.
It's really a not-for-profit. So the whole thing is kind of private not-for-profit. Yeah.
And you guys are in which part of Kenya are you? Nairobi?
Yeah, Nairobi. Yeah,
Nairobi.
Nairobi.
Oh, my geography isn't that bad.
Pretty good. Yeah. So
I'll have to run, Ping-Yan, unfortunately.
I know. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, I'm actually quite glad I dialed in. Happy to have met up with Natasha, Justin, Snyder, and Victor. Happy to hear what you guys have been up to and doing.
Yeah. Oh, wait, we need to take a picture. Today, I am just looking like a mess, but never mind. I thought I'll brave it authentically. Hey, Tasha. Okay, let's take a picture. Smile. We keep going, and thank you so much for dialing in, Leonard. Thank you so
All
much.
right, hopefully I'll
That
speak to
lights
you
up
guys
our
again
heart.
another time.
Yeah, take care.
All right, take care all.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Okay. Youth Stewards of, what are we now? October. We kept this thing going. You guys kept me going. I'm so sorry. Okay. So excited that all of us are here. Okay. So it's amazing, right? You can see the journey. Suddenly I thought, I just sent it all out, this link to even the stewards, and Leonard's carved out like 45 minutes. He said, I'll just dial in, and then now he gets to know about us. So it's so important that we keep going. So I'm just thinking, right, even next month, if I'm very busy, you all need to keep going. So I might have to send you all the Zoom link or something, and you just host and you keep the work going, prioritize to what's most important. So because we give people hope, you know that?
Yes.
When people see us in the real struggle and fighting and still smiling and still be able to turn up, we give people hope. Okay, so just remember that, and it's so important. It's actually more important than what is it that we do. Okay. So today Tasha is setting up her InstaShop. Okay, or rather she's in the process of it. Tasha, well, everybody is here. I know so many of you have so many other things on your plate. But since we're here, we will just carve out 5 minutes to talk about all the different stuff. Okay. Tasha, okay. Show us your InstaShop.
Okay, so one of the items I have is the plate. I'll show you everything I mean first, okay?
Yeah. Where is the
Hang
your phone? Just now the system was going very well. Yeah. Okay, so Victor and Snyder, you just have a look. I'm guiding Tasha to set her InstaShop. Okay, this is empowerment. Okay, this is meaningful livelihood empowerment. So never be afraid that you can't make a living. Okay, now with the InstaShop, Facebook shops, whatever, but if we do it, we must do it in very good safety boundaries, especially for those who are still younger, okay, and who also may need support for the rest of their lives. Okay, so that's our governance of accountability and responsibility, especially when we look after the BB Lighthouse keepers or ambassadors.
Yeah.
So Tasha is now kickstarting. She kickstarted Lighthouse already. We've done 1 year of program with the school already, Now
I also have
she's
some of
kickstarting
these,
it.
penguin
Okay. Let's have a look at your penguin plate. Okay, hold it up. Okay, you hold it up. Hold it up, nice and big. Okay, so they're all about palm size, and they're all plates, huh? Yeah.
Not all of them are plates. I haven't
Okay.
been. Not all of them are.
Can we have a quick? Can you lay it all out so that we can see it?
Okay.
So at the beginning of the today's session, what Tasha and I was working on was really about how would she photograph it, how would she video it, and how would she describe it. So I told her,
And I also have some mini sunflower bowls.
oh, they're gorgeous. Wow. So where do you make them, Tasha?
Okay.
Hot class. Yeah. Who did you make them alone or?
Teacher Jack taught some of them.
Yeah, teacher Jack. So so Tasha goes to pottery class, and there's teacher Jack, who basically guides her and mentors her on the art. Okay.
I don't really want to sell this one.
Then don't sell it. Then don't sell it. Yeah. Whatever you don't want to sell, don't sell it, because you are taking a journey of an artist who is actually representing your own agency. So you don't go and look for an agent. She then takes it and she represents herself and sets up her own shop. Okay, so that she has control over it. And here we're supporting her entrepreneurism. Okay. Ellen is going to do the same as
I
well.
think it's mostly plates, mini bowls.
You've done a lot of work, Tasha. Hold it up, hold it up.
I have of these, 3 of these elephant plates.
Yeah.
I have done quite a lot of stuff.
Tasha, how are you going to price it? So today the session is about product. Okay. Product, you got 4 P's, okay? The product, the pricing, how you're going to package it, how you're going to promote it. Okay, really nice. Really nice. Tasha, your products is top class, okay? I mean, the art piece we will discuss about that in a art kind of platform. Oh, okay, Justin, you want to go? Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
I'm home
Just very
sorry.
quickly, tell us about your internship right now.
I'm having internship in Intel, so basically just like doing CPU. Do you guys know the chipset in the phone, and I'm doing something like that in Intel. Yeah.
What, are you in the factory?
Inside. I'm not in the factory now, but I have to back now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the internship is about which department are you?
It's the signal integrity. It's signal integrity department. They call it in Intel. Yeah. So it's like processing make sure the signal pass to the next device or something like that. Yeah.
Hello.
Okay, I do have some people who are engineers who have actually gone into manufacturing plants and all that. I can link you up with him, one of my best buddies from school. Yeah. So do you like what you're doing?
50%.
Oh no, you're not in your element. Your element.
I think being an engineer is like stress lah. Yeah.
Huh?
Quite stress. Yeah.
What's stressing you?
Stress about solving problems because these are the problems that no one solved before, so we have to think away. Something like
but
that.
that's fun, isn't it?
Yeah, quite fun and quite tiring, exhausting. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
gotta find a way that it doesn't exhaust you, because you gotta make it like it's creative, you know. Are you bearing it too much on yourself? Like, is that why?
Maybe.
So a key to solving like things that people have not solved before, you know what it is? It's very simple. You want to guess before you go to work, back to work?
It's not sure.
What do you think is happening in your body when you're trying to solve a problem?
What's happening in my body? Headache.
Headache. What do you do when you have headaches?
I got to take a nap, maybe.
You got the answer. You got the answer I was thinking about. It's sleep. A lot of people don't understand it's sleep, because you see, you're doing brain work, right? It's a different kind of thing when it's a different problem. If you're doing brain work, it's all about your neurons.
Yeah.
You sleep, you know, like how they say eureka, right? You go into the bath and suddenly the answer comes, or you're taking a shower and then the answer comes. So what you need to do is you need to give yourself permission to take a lot of breaks, and you need to sleep. I sleep about 8 to 10 hours. And then some days when I'm on the drive, I don't sleep so much, but I have to sleep. And it's really the sleep that repairs all your neurons. Okay, so after this, you're going to fall asleep.
Yeah.
We'll let you get back to work. Thank you so much for joining us, Justin.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. See you guys. Bye-bye.
Snyder, how are the children doing? Like the
children are,
how are they coping with just having 2 meals?
for now, right now they are taking 3 meals a day.
Yeah.
But the food is not that much enough. So like we are still struggling. Yeah.
I'm more thinking, I mean, the short term, I guess we can go and canvas. What I didn't end up doing was sending money, you know, as a solution. That's why I was asking people, like, if they could send the money, but it's more like when you want to solve a problem for long term, right?
Yeah.
You have to solve a solution that you're stronger than being dependent on donations. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But of course, in the emergency critical situation, you solve it with money. Okay.
Yeah.
What is the budget what is the food budget every week, let's say?
Okay, I think we send the time I send the Victor shared the problem. I think it was included, but if you don't have, I can send it to you.
Yeah, you send it to me again. For me, my bandwidth I got actually tired. It's like 500%. everything was fire lighting up. So when I tried to do so many things, in the end, I was the one who you know, so I went beyond my bandwidth already. So what I had done was start the group with Alice, right? Maybe you can write to her again.
Yeah.
So she's somebody who's based out in America. Okay, I was hoping that she could be the person who would be able to help with this food crisis, because her passion is to help. Two things she said, those who are hungry, children who are hungry, and also women who are in situations that they found themselves in. Okay.
Yeah.
So I had met Alice, a friend from secondary school. I met her like kind of last month, and I spoken to her about yourselves. So maybe you can reach out to her and start really connecting with her, because even when you're sending things to me, I am really completely out of bandwidth. Here comes Alan. I'm even out of bandwidth to chase Honkai. Okay, that's how out of bandwidth I am. And then I am just waking up feeling for you. That's to me out of the whole Bilberries Blue urgency, right? The most urgent is actually the food crisis that you're having. But I was unable to kind of respond to it personally. Normally I would like galvanize, get the donations, get the food all sent to you. But the last 3 months, I was just flat out as well. So, Alan, hello. Maybe maybe Alan can help you. Okay, Alan, how are you, Alan? Alan, huh? We haven't seen each other for a long time,
Yeah, wow.
You go scooting off to Switzerland and all that, okay?
Yeah.
Huh? Alan, we have Snyder and Tasha here, okay? Are you ready for some serious work, Adam? Alan?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to task you with this, Alan. You're going to help Snyder, okay? Snyder.
Yeah.
Tell Alan the situation. I'm quite serious. Alan can help. Alan can galvanize the support.
Okay. You see, we have a food crisis in Kenya, especially in children's garden because of COVID and also because of elections. So the food prices are very high. And most of the food we get from donors and well-wishers. So when the life cost is going high, people are not willing to give out because they also don't have enough for their own families. So that leads to children's garden not having enough food. So there is a time we didn't have food back, I think in 2 months ago. Yeah. So we were appealing to our friends, and that's why we shared in this group about the food and how people can come in and help. Yeah.
Alan, did you hear what Snyder said?
Yes.
She needs help.
Oh. Yes, exactly.
Okay, you are the happiest person on earth who loves to help people. Okay.
Yeah, I feel.
And you bring so much joy everywhere you go. But there's a very serious situation now, okay, at Children's Garden. Now it's a bit better, but it's still a big challenge. Last 2 months, Ellen, the children only ate 2 meals a day, Ellen. They didn't get to have lunch. Okay, we find that unacceptable, isn't it? So we must respond, okay? Auntie Ping Yan is gotten very, very busy, and I really need the youth stewards to really rise to help the Children's Garden on the food crisis matter, okay? You need to go, Tasha and Ellen, you all need to have the seriousness to contact Honkai and ask him and yourselves, okay, the BB Lighthouse keepers, to go and pack all the stuff and send to Children's Garden, okay? Finish it and at the same time, send some food over, okay, as an interim support measure. Okay, you have to ask Naida, okay, what is the food that the children take? She has already sent us all the information. Ellen, are you okay? You look a bit stressed. Yeah. Tell me what you're thinking so that I'm not off track.
I think I feel very happy.
You feel very happy. Wait.
Yeah.
Ellen, yeah. I'm telling you about a food crisis here, okay? You know what's a food crisis? The children don't have food.
Oh yeah. I think I will
What are you going to do? How are you going to help? Okay.
I think I'll prepare some rice for them.
You want to prepare some rice for them.
Yeah, rice.
Snyder, do you all take rice?
Yes, they take when it's available.
Okay. Snyder has to leave for class. Okay, Ellen. So Snyder, back to Alice, right? She is by far very, very capable, the one who can actually organize the support that you need. Okay.
Yeah.
So reach out to Alice. Why I said Ellen's mom is of that caliber as well. Okay, of a person with a heart. Ellen, can you let your mom know about the children's garden food crisis and that we need her help? Okay. Yeah, but Ellen, I want you to write something. Can you write something about how we can help and how we must help the children's garden? For this interim, Snyder, we will need the budget that you've given us. But I'm just trying to think, right? Is it about a food fund? You know, is it about sending the stock? How much do you need? Is it about giving the money so that you can buy it, but the food prices are already so high? Is it cheaper that if you send it in? Yeah, so it's now stabilized, but you have to think it like that, okay? Then you have to think, so find a solution that is solid. Don't find a solution that you're just in survival mode. Okay? Because the stopgap measures, I'm sure all of you are doing that already, especially Daddy Moses and Mommy Sylvia, right? So, but for you, if you want to respond as BB Youth Stewards, right? I would prefer we do it at a like huge, deep level. Okay. So if I talk to Alice and Shiyin, right, it's Alan's mom, right? I will present this as what we would need to do, you know, with you and Victor basically telling us, guiding us, right? As to then how do we respond, you know? To me, that's a more sustainable, robust response. Okay. So in the interim, right, what we'll do is BB Lighthouse must continue to send everything to you, including all your materials and everything. We don't let that break. Okay. The education must go on. And what we're going to do is just put in some milk powder. We did that for the Dangkalan village during COVID. Okay.
Yeah.
Because it's light. Okay. And then if we can find any maize flour here, we'll just pack it in as well. Just as a start. Okay.
Yeah.
Then, but the owners for doing this, Tasha and Ellen, is with Honkai. Okay. Because I'm out of bandwidth. Right? If Honkai is out of bandwidth, we need to get some people coming in to help. I will try and find, right? But I can't be the one organizing it. You know what I mean? There's always going to be a leader organizing. So if we do this, then Snyder, you must lead us from Nairobi. Okay?
Yeah.
You think you can do that? In that channel that we have set up with Alice. Okay? So we get some money. We can get some money, and then here we will mobilize, since we're going to be sending stuff anyway. We used to send one love boxes, we're going to send these boxes, and they know how to do it, you know. So we have enough caring people here, parents, whatever, they used to do it for us, and we just have to pack everything and send it to you. Okay. Yeah. Then I think once we do that, then at least we've got some action going, and then we can think about the funding later. I think it will come naturally. Okay.
Yeah.
So on the channel, I don't want you to keep silent. Okay.
Sure.
I want you to keep us going. You know, like how I keep things going?
Yeah.
I'm not so shy, right?
I know.
You must do that. Don't be shy. You know you're coming from a place of service,
Yeah.
and you got to keep the things going. You know, you don't. I'm never rude, right? Never forceful even, but firm. And
Yeah.
every week there must be action. Okay. So
Yeah.
after today's call, I want you to go to the BB Lighthouse channel there and ask Hong Kai, okay, when are we expecting the things to be sent? When are you going to be receiving, okay, the boxes? And said that Peng An has already said also to include the food, okay?
Yeah.
Rice, Ellen, is a good idea, but it's very heavy, okay? Shipment costs quite a lot of money to send. So I want to send the things that has high nutrition, okay? I'm a bit worried about the milk powder if you all haven't had it before, because the children may be lactose intolerant if you're not used to it in your diet, although it has good nutrition, you know. So I don't know what else to put in that is light, that has good nutrition, that is available in Singapore. You have to kind of think a little bit outside the box like that. I mean, we can even send vitamins, okay?
Yeah.
The thing that I'm worried about is when during the shipment, right? The last time what I did was to send it all in individual boxes and through SingPost, you know. But when we arrive there, what I'm worried is that somebody may just steal the things. You may lose it,
Sure.
right? So,
Yeah.
so what we're going to do is we're going to just send them in smaller boxes in case that happens. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we're going to send it together with all the educational materials and all that, so that it's not so obvious that it's all food. When you just send it all as food, because when people are looking for opportunities around it, right, or they're desperate, they may just, they can't help themselves. They may just take it. Yeah, what do you think about that, Snyder? Like,
Yes,
do you think it's safe?
get
Like,
it.
send it to the post office? Can you go to the post office to get it yourself, or what you need to find for me is like on your postal site, right? If I send things
Yeah.
to you, the last time Daddy Moses got everything because I used SingPost.
Yes, I think he knows better, because we've also been receiving some medicines from Singapore, from one of the sponsors, and yeah, they've been arriving safely. So maybe maybe we can talk to him.
No, you help me. You have to help me because I cannot go around asking people anymore. Like I said, I don't have any bandwidth. So you have to
Okay,
tell
I'll
me.
ask him.
You ask Daddy Moses and you ask who, and then you ask the contact, and you get the name of the postal service, you know. So if medicine can get through to you, then we need to find the postal service, right? That can get the food to you as well. And then you need to ask them, right, if they're sending medicine, whether then they can send you the vitamins. So when you think of the food for children, right, you must think not just about the stock of food that is in your storage. You have to think about nutrition. Okay.
Yeah.
It's part of your meal plan. Okay. So as an educator that also has borders, that's the ground foundation. Remember we talk about that, right? We talk about the toileting, preparing the toilet, preparing the bedroom. Now we're on the meal. Okay. So even as a mom, even as an educator in the school or a childcare center, like in Singapore, we have those childcare centers, we have chefs coming in, you know, cooks, you know, they call them, we call them chefs, right? And they have the aunties there. They're really there just cooking for the kids because we didn't want to compromise on all this pre-packed food and all that, right? So it is part of the caring as an educator, right, of your work as an educator, to think of the meal plan. And when I was raising the children when they were very young, I basically did the research on what is the nutrition that is required, and then of course you adapt it to the child itself, right, himself or herself, you know. But so after this, so there are two things, right? You want to lead the mobilization of support for the food crisis, but also think from your own input as an educator. Okay, how do you think you need to plan the meal plan from a nutrition point of view? Okay, and then you have to think, will the children have developed allergies if they go outside of the Kenyan diet, for example? You know, you have
Yeah,
this.
because sometimes if the milk is donated, the normal milk, not the powder one, they use it. So we've never used the powdered milk, but I think it's a good idea. We can try.
So they
It's a
do
very
consume
good
milk.
idea.
So they do
Yeah.
consume milk. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just worried that if they've never taken milk, then you know, it might be a shock. So you have taken
No.
fresh milk before? The children take
Yes,
fresh milk?
if the milk is donated, they take.
Okay, okay. Because milk has a lot of nutrition, and in all these milk powder, they've actually put in quite a lot of minerals and vitamins as well. So at least for the children, right, there is a base foundation of nutrition that is consumed already, you know, that's being fed to the body. So you don't have fresh vegetables. So canned vegetables are not so bad if they're canned well, you know.
Yeah.
So we send that as well.
Yes, you can send that. We also have fresh vegetables, but we are not able to buy them daily. So that's why we prefer beans.
Do you know how to grow vegetables?
Yes, we have a little shamba in the home. Maybe next time if I have airtime, I can buy data, because where the shamba is, we don't have Wi-Fi. So I can show you next time we meet.
Yeah, because vegetables in the tropics very easy to grow. Okay, pretty much everything can be grown. And you do know I have a farm, right? I'm working on a farm project. It's one of the vision, but the farm as a business was really the challenge that I've been fighting now. But that aside, when it comes to vegetables, you are actually very empowered, because it's the tropics, although it's urban tropics. If you can show me the space and everything, and if I can find some interested agronomists to be able to help you, they can work directly with you, and you all can start getting your fresh vegetables. It won't be immediately, but I think it's definitely a plan that you need to put into your sustainable development of children's garden. Okay.
Yeah.
So you got from driving from the nutrition of the children. Okay. Then you got to think, okay, I need the fresh vegetables. Okay. Then like you need to understand the diet that you feed them, right? Do they have the enough nutrition, like the source of it, you know? And then you also need to think about, okay, then I cannot shift everybody to a diet that loses touch with the culture. Okay, so you have to find that balance yourself. Okay, like for me, it's very funny. When I started to have babies, my mother came into my house and she wanted to take over and do everything traditional. And then I have to like, no. And one of the things was like, in confinement, in Chinese confinement, you cannot see anybody for 1 month, and you cannot wash your hair. I went and washed my hair, and then she freaked out, you know. So you have to kind of balance between the science and the common sense. And then after that, she made a compromise. I said, I wouldn't compromise, right?
Yeah.
So it's the same. Although it seems like it's just logical to solve it like this, the problem, you will find that you will trip up on a lot of things, you know. So think of the nutrition, think of the culture, think of the fresh sources of vegetables that you don't necessarily need to buy, but you can grow. Okay, Growing
Yeah.
brains is very difficult, but it's still very doable. So in the long term, you would have to think about how much of the food supply do you all need, and what kind of crops you need to grow. You don't let anybody turn it into their hobby project, you know. You don't let somebody international come in and say, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. I say, no, Snyder will decide, okay, based on her meal plan, okay, and based on the consumption by the children, like making very data centric, okay, like really say, I need this amount of protein, I need this amount of calcium, I need this amount of vegetables at the base level. Even if we run out of money, I have this to feed the kids. I have this, you know, one of my aunts, right? She was in real terrible hardship when she was young because her husband lost his job, right? She had to stretch one egg with 4 children, between 4 children. And she told me she just put all these things in there to stretch the egg. You know, flour and everything, right? So that the kids are not hungry, you know. So in some ways, it's that's what you kind of have to do. How do you stretch the protein, but you cannot compromise with carbs, you know? You see what I'm saying? You can feel the belly, but you're not feeding nutrition. So you may be making a lot of porridge, right? But that's just grains and wheat expanding, you know?
Yeah.
But there may not be nutrition in it. So you have to think, now now it fills the belly. That works too. Because if you don't feel the belly, it also doesn't work. You can't just ask them to eat vitamin pills, right? But if you can have some vitamin supplements, then you're being smart about it. Then you're also still giving them nutrition. Yeah, you know how you're thinking now? Think differently.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
I think you got it. So with that in mind, write it all down. It's always very helpful to write everything down, you know, write it down and then compartmentalize them. Okay. Then you say, I got to contact this person, I got to contact this person, I got to contact this person. And then if you don't meet the targets, it is fine. Right? Because it's very, very big. But at least you will start people thinking differently and helping you differently. So that it's not just about getting the bag of maize into the storeroom. Because everybody is being reactive. They're just getting the bag of maize and then every day you're doing that. And then food prices are going to keep going up. And then even if you get the bag of maize in the storeroom, you're stretching the maize, but there's no nutrition or insufficient, you know? Yeah?
Yeah.
I think you got it. I'm so glad we have this. Yeah. So I know it's a bit overwhelming, but what do you think after what I've said to you?
It's a good idea. Yeah, especially the one about finding the way we can get fresh vegetables. I think it's a good idea.
Okay. Then put that as a plan. Okay.
Okay.
So number 1 is the team that you need. Okay, you need to access a mentor, at least. Okay, for this food thing. Number 2 is a stopgap. That means the interim. What's the fastest way? We can send some boxes just to start the ball rolling. Okay, so people can see it. Okay, but send the milk and send the canned food, send the things like that. Something light and then the third one is you got to think of the grow your own vegetables.
Yeah.
Okay, I think you got a plan. Yeah. Okay. Do you have to go back to class now, Snyder? Oh.
Yes, I have to go.
Yeah, I know. I've kept you. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, and now we have 6 kids in the special unit.
6?
6 children in the special unit.
Okay. So BB Lighthouse ambassadors. Oh, I got to update you on the BB Lighthouse. It's gone so well. So we finished about 9 months. The students are graduating October 26th. Okay.
Yeah.
It was so funny. Alina, one of the ambassadors, wrote a challenge to the principal for an arm wrestling competition. But they did so well, all 5 of them. One wants to continue next year because he's only in finishes the school next year. But we're already working with the school on what kind of the next level the program ought to be. So even the program is evolving. But the very interesting insight that we got as BB Lighthouse is that we are not learning support unit. It's very interesting. After we observed the pilot together with the principal and the school leadership, BB Lighthouse is more like a sanctuary, a place to be, and a bit like the BB Youth Stewardship program. You know, it's got the seriousness, it's got the fun, it's got the. But what I observed is, it became a home, but it's not a home either. So it's not like a home. It's quite an interesting place, the lighthouse. Yeah. So even as you're co-founding the lighthouse in Children's Garden, just keep remembering it's not a learning support unit. Yeah. So it's like its own space. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's the space that Ellen and Tasha and Hongkai had set it to be, a place of kindness, actually. But it was kind of more beyond that, I think. So but very clearly, we found our relevance, and because we found our relevance, BB Lighthouse will always be, you know.
Yeah.
So chase Hongkai on that, huh?
Yes, I will remind him.
He's quite cute. He's actually started his work already. He's settled in quite well. And he's still turning up every Wednesday. And he's still watching after the BB Lighthouse work very well and very seriously, like yourself, you know. So you guys are doing very well. We're very proud of all of you. It's amazing. You inspire me, Smiler. You do.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, did we take a picture? Yeah, let's take a picture again.
Yes, we can take a picture.
Yeah, you look at me. This is me in the battlefield. Okay, smile. But we can always smile.
Yeah.
We can always smile. Yeah. All right, dear. You better go back to class then. We'll let you go. Yeah. Take care. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Ellen, what have you been up to, Ellen? Now I'm on you. Are you going to too many holidays? Huh?
I think Monday I Tuesday Tuesday and Wednesday I was working. Monday
Okay.
I have piano.
Okay.
Thursday I am South emergency.
You know, I'm just teasing you, right? I know you're always doing things and very productive. What are you working as now, Ellen?
I work at mushroom farm.
You're working in a mushroom farm now?
Yes, chef.
Wow, you must make some videos and tell us the stories. Huh? Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, it's very exciting, Ellen. That's very good. But how come you haven't been coming to the BB Lighthouse? Oh, because you got COVID and everything that time, huh? That's very
Yeah.
strange.
You
You missed so many sessions, you know?
There's a very session.
Yeah.
But I did give it about the month before because I have COVID, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, I was still teasing you through it. Yeah, you were going on about a sore throat. I'm like, just get on with your sore throat. No, but I was looking out for you, Ellen. Yeah, and Tasha too. Tasha had a surgery, right, Tasha? It's all good now? Do you know Tasha went for surgery, Ellen? Yeah, she had a jaw surgery. It's really painful. But you're all good now, Tasha. Yeah? Nice. So, Ellen, Tasha is setting up a shop. It's an InstaShop. We need to get you going on your entrepreneurism. Okay. I know you're working in a farm and all that. It's good. Okay. And we already have established BB Lighthouse. BB Lighthouse, we just got to keep at it. Okay. And we've done a super fine job. The same time last year, now it's October. Remember, we had all these meetings. Remember? And it was just a dream. Remember? And an idea. 1 year later now, we have done a pilot program in a school. By next year, we will be in Cambridge telling the story. Yeah, you all got to be like that, okay? Just keep going. You must keep going, okay? Natasha's eyes was like, Because last year, there was no baby lighthouse, right? So we all kickstarted it together. And now it's going. We renewed the agreement with the school, you know? You all went there, so I signed it with Hong Kai, okay? So we have another year in the school, but that's how all this change happens, okay? So we've done very, very well for BB Lighthouse, okay? And I'm just teasing you, Ellen, regarding you not being there, okay? You have done very well. The school is very happy. The principal is very happy. The leadership is very happy. It's not about being happy, but it's about the impact that we're making, okay? Yeah, and the growth that we're all undergoing, okay? And I think the friendship has also developed and deepened, right? Huh? A year ago, you all didn't know Hong Kai that well, right? And if there had been no BB Lighthouse, you wouldn't get to spend so much time with Auntie Ping An either. And we wouldn't have been able to grow together, right? So the ambassadors now also call me Auntie Ping An. They don't want to call me Miss Ping An, they call me Auntie Ping An. Okay. So it's more like we have to keep the BB Lighthouse going, and we really need to help Snyder. It's very serious. There's so many children there going hungry, you know. Well, we have so much food here everywhere and we're throwing them away, you know. So it's very serious. We don't want to give lectures to anybody, but we want to help, we must help straight away. Okay? So, Ellen, I want you to think a little bit deeper on this. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, like be very serious about it. And imagine if you are a child, got no food to eat. Just imagine if you're one of the children there. Yeah. Tasha is a very serious girl. She got it straight away, huh? Yeah. You want to say
Yeah.
something, Tasha?
I'm just asking the children's garden. Would it be okay if I were to donate some stuff which I don't really play with at home to the
Yes,
children?
please do. Please do. Beth did quite a lot of that, and a lot of the children did that too. If you feel for it, put it in the box, send it to them, okay? Yeah,
I think that
it will mean a lot.
And I think the very busy. Yeah, the baby lighthouse very busy because the exam, you know.
Can you say it again, Ellen? Sorry, I missed that. You type for me. Type it. Exam. What about the exam?
The October exam. Yeah.
Oh, the BB Lighthouse. Yeah. They are having the exams now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can send them a good luck message. Yeah, you can write it to them. I can send it to their teachers. So as a BB Lighthouse keeper, you can send some encouraging words. You know, we did help them come up with a plan or how to structure a plan to handle the exam. So it was good because I had a very serious talk with everybody about how serious they need to take the exam, but at the same time, they have to sleep and eat and, you know, be not so stressed about exam. So I think in the end, they all became less stressed about exam. They should be finishing by now already. Okay. They are going to, excuse me, they're going to close school by October 26th. So I think they should be starting to enjoy their holidays already. So October 26th is the last day. We must go there. Okay. Avina wants to do a arm wrestling competition. Yeah. She's very strong, you know, Ellen. I cannot, she's very strong. Yeah. So, okay. Tasha, there's a lot of things we are going to be sending. Okay. So we just need to get the box packed and sent. If Hong Kong needs help with that, we've got to find somebody who's very, very good at this kind of thing and get it done. It used to be me, but if nobody's going to do it, the next time I have a free time, I'm just going to go there and pack, okay? I cannot bear it already. It's been months when the things are there and then we're not sending them over.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah, and then the place is still too many things in our baby lighthouse, you know, and we haven't gotten our oven up and all that. Okay. So for me, I don't like us to say one thing and then not follow through. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So you can send a soft toy to Snyder.
Yeah.
Just to
couple
her.
of them.
Or a
Just
couple of
couple
them.
of
Yeah.
them.
Maybe for the baby lighthouse, she
Yeah,
said there
I
are
have
six
many
children, right? She said there are six. Just send it to the baby lighthouse keepers.
Six.
Six baby lighthouse ambassadors, yeah. Ask her how many, and then if she's on the channel, then you can just suggest it, okay? And then let's do it, okay?
The ones that I don't play with anymore, I might have less than 6.
Okay, yeah, don't pressurize yourself. Don't pressurize yourself. It's not you know, it's we have to take care of their a lot of things. Okay, but don't pressurize yourself. Ellen,
Yeah.
how is your InstaShop?
My InstaShop is good.
Your InstaShop is good, but where's the progress?
Yeah.
Do you know what's Tasha's progress or not? Tasha,
yes,
show
progress.
Tasha, show your progress. Tasha is already got products. Okay. Tasha, I forgot to tell you, you have to do the pricing, Tasha.
I'll discuss it.
Yeah, you discuss it with teacher Jack, you discuss it with your mom, you discuss it with yourself, meaning you're going to do some research.
Yeah,
do
I'll
some
discuss it with them now.
Yeah.
And my family.
Your family, same with the name, at that time. But in the end, you have to make your decision yourself. Okay. Yeah. Then you list it, you sell it, you earn the money. Okay. And you keep the money. Okay, Tasha. It's your own job now, your own shop. Okay. And then you have to pay all the bills. Okay. Whatever bills you incur, okay, the cost of the business, you have to pay the bills from what you sell. You cannot spend more than what you can sell. So you have to calculate out how many products, what price are you going to charge, what money are you going to spend, and then you make sure that it's a surplus. This is what they call a profit. Okay. Then from the profit, you keep some, you use the surplus, you have to make sure you pay yourself. You pay yourself. Okay. Then you make sure you have enough to buy the next round of materials. Okay. If you can start selling these items, you need to pay for your own pot class. Okay. yeah, you must see it as your job. If you treat it seriously, other people will treat it very seriously, and then you don't let them mess with it.
Right.
Do you like the empowerment, Tasha?
Mhm.
Huh?
Mm.
Yeah, do you like it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's your
Mm.
job. You set your schedule, you set your routine, you set your the products you want to sell. Okay.
Mm.
Now I'm going back to Ellen. Ellen, Tasha has very clear products. It's her art.
Hmm.
Okay. And she makes the pottery work, and then she makes. You're going to include any cards, Tasha?
Yeah, I think I might include some cards.
Yeah. So she has a
Oh,
range already. What's the name of your
that-
shop again,
That
Natasha?
reminds me, I've been working on my new drawing.
Let me see. Let me see. Wow.
These are from some of the cards which I made.
Oh, wow. I love it. It's phenomenal. Really amazing. Really amazing.
Hang on.
Yeah. Did you draw it on yourself?
Let
Do
me see
you
what
do
I
you
can
do you model it from something somewhere else?
I'm fine. Right. So I've actually drawn two sets of.
Oh my goodness. I love this. I love this. Tasha, these cards, right? These drawings, oh my goodness. You have to photograph them and turn them into coloring books, you know? Okay? It's very,
Oh.
very precious. Yeah, yeah, it's very beautiful. Okay? Very
Mm.
beautiful. I love it. absolutely love it. And I mean it from
Okay.
bottom of my heart. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So you can photograph or scan them, scan all your cards before you sell them. Okay. You got to have, these are your hard copies, but you need the soft copies as well. Okay. They are
Mhm.
works of art. Okay. So you must sell them at a high price.
And I guess I didn't show you this one. You were supposed
I
to
love
be
it.
the gummy bear.
I love it. I love it. It's really, really nice. It's just amazing. It's incredible. Yeah. Your sense of space and balance is really, really anchored, Tasha. I love it. That's why your work has that solidity. Okay. It sits, you know, it sits. It's not unsure. It's very sure. And gives people a sense of security. When I look at your art, I feel I'm grounded. And then after that, I feel very safe and I feel very happy. Okay. So your work, when I look at it, immediately conveys strength. Okay.
Mm.
Okay. So you have to be, I think you're very confident with it. I don't think you're unsure. So you just take that and you just write down what I said to you. Okay. Every time you are in your space of who you are, Tasha, it is you are very sensible and you're very strong. So that's what you're bringing. Okay, to the shop is just a practice for you to get your entrepreneurism, your livelihood, your job going, you know. But through that shop, what you're doing is you're bringing yourself to share with the world. Okay. Yeah. So be sure, bring that sensibility that you have in all your decision making. You can poll people for opinions, okay, but in the end, you must be the one to frame it and drive it and make the decision at every point in time. Okay, you are ready. You're very ready. The Tasha today is not the Tasha that I first met when you say, Auntie Ping Yang, I don't have a job. I finished ITE. That was just a year and a half ago, remember? And the fact you even said to me was because you want to do something. Do you agree? You're not the same Tasha anymore?
No. No.
No, right? You let a lot of things go, and then you grew a lot of things, and then you committed. You weren't even sure whether your mom wasn't even sure whether you could travel from the east to the west.
I mean, but even my grandma was worried about it.
Exactly. But do you remember the photo I took of you hanging on the MRT? You're so comfortable. You're not even falling. Yeah, I did. I did. I was quietly photographing your growth. You broke through so many of the growth barriers that you didn't even know because you were just wanting to do BB Lighthouse to serve the ambassadors. You know? So keep that in mind now. With when I call it products, it's actually your products. Now people call them customers, right? You must think, oh, who's going to buy this and how am I going to serve them? Serve as in not make them happy, buy, sell things, but how does your work change their lives? Or how does the work engage? How does the work make a better place? How is it that they in buying your products, right? What is that engagement and that participation mean? Just like when you go out and do the letter writing and all that, right? With the ambassadors, right? What is the inner, deeper coming together that you're doing, Okay? So this is why the shop, you got to keep going and master it, okay? Haha, Alan, you're laughing away. Okay, Alan, your turn. I got 15 minutes left, okay? I got to do a hard close today too.
For you, to make the world a better place,
Yeah.
I think we need to believe ourselves, follow your dream, this is your art, and of course, never give up on your dream. That's what it is.
Never give up on your dream, huh?
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, and it comes very natural for you. You're like a natural, inspirational speaker. Okay. So, and you know it. Okay. Now, I'm trying to figure out, Ellen, for you, what is your entrepreneurism going to be like? Like, how are you going to make money? Tasha has found a way to make money, essentially.
I see. I was sell album, music album,
A music album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I will sell only for something like high school musical.
It's for certain days.
No, my own personal self. That's it.
Your own personal self.
Including Disney or include some other,
something you write on your own songs.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. Okay, so you're feeling for music career, huh? That's your passion. Yeah.
Yes.
You want to do that?
Yeah, I want to do that.
Okay. That's interesting. I love it. Then you can perform and you can give talks. Huh? And you can sell your songs. A song selling. A song selling songs. Selling songs. People make money from concerts and performance, You can write your own songs and after that you have royalties. And you're right, it's living your own dream, right? So you can start your Insta account, Ellen. Insta is very popular. Everybody is having an Insta. So can you start your Insta account? Tasha's shop, what's your name of the shop, Tasha?
Smiling Tash.
Huh?
Smiling Tash.
Smiling?
Tash.
Smiling Tash. That's the name. Okay. And that's her Insta account, right? Ellen, what's your Insta account name?
I don't know.
Okay, so you got to set up like an Ellen shop, okay? Insta account. And then what you need to do is learn how to use SoundCloud for music. music publication. You just put everything on SoundCloud. You can also, of course, take photos and all that and drive people to SoundCloud. So you have two things to do, Ellen. Just like Tasha goes to the pottery class to produce the pottery, where you have to start producing music. Can you let your mom know?
Yes, I
The
get
Auntie
it.
Pengen said that you have to start producing and distributing music. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Serious, huh? Serious one, huh? This one is this your chosen career, you know? You want to do this, okay? Then you have to gain mastery in it. Okay. So you have to, SoundCloud will be a very good, easy platform. It's very nice. I have my publications there, my music production as well. I record my own. So, but you get your Insta started first. And then you write down that you want to have a music career. Okay. And you're going to write down what you just told me. Okay. And we get your Insta account up first. What is the name of your Insta account?
No, I don't know what it might
Yeah, she still can't. Yeah, you see, I want to like get your going already. Okay. By when you know, you just get it started. Okay.
Okay, I guess yes.
Yeah, like Tasha, Auntie Pengen cannot help you all anymore because I got too many people I need to help. I was like, no, my own job is calling me. Okay, I'm already behind. You look at me, I'm behind my homework. Very, very bad, like very badly behind. Okay. So a lot of people are waiting for me, but I didn't want to leave you all waiting. So that's why today I had the meeting, which is good. I'm glad I did it. Okay. But don't wait for me anymore. You're got to keep going yourself. Okay. So Tasha has got an InstaShop set up. You need to set up your InstaShop. Okay. And then you got to start posting your story. Okay, start posting your story, Ellen, about your dreams, about the happiest man. You take your photos, you know, you take your videos. Okay. Then when it's up, you can tell me, and then the next stage is you got to get your SoundCloud going. Okay. Yeah, your mommy will figure it out. She will be able to understand it, and you can figure it out together with her. Which should be very exciting. But since that's what you want to do, don't change your mind. Are you going to change your mind, or this is okay already? This is really what you want to do.
Yes, I guess yes, but I see in my mind.
Yeah, you say in your mind, right? I think it's you, you know. I think it's you. Singing, dancing, performing.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's you. I think it's your element. And being on stage, you know, and giving the speeches. Yeah, you're not the same as Tasha. Tasha likes to do the thing. You know, for you, it's not about selling your cards or anything, you know. Not really. But you know, Ellen, do continue making your cards. Your cards are very beautiful.
Yeah.
Can we have an InstaShop of your cards as well?
Yes.
Oh, no, it's meant to be pottery and cards.
Ellen doesn't make pottery, so he can do other things. He's making songs. He's making music. His is music and cards. Yours is pottery and cards. And yours also has drawings and paintings.
Okay.
Ellen doesn't do painting and drawing. Ellen sings and dances instead.
Right.
So he has to record his songs and dances. But you see, for art, you can still sell art. For Ellen, he has to sell his performance. So you have to record it, and people have to watch it. If they watch it, now everything is free. You know, okay, so Ellen needs to be able to make money from this. Okay, I'm trying to think. Unless he gets an invite from somebody and say, I will give you an honorarium, you know, $100 every time you come and perform. Okay, or you come and talk. So Ellen, that's how musicians have to earn a living. Okay, or you give a show. You have to do a show. You have to do an Ellen show first. You know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I guess I know.
Yeah, but you have to do it all by yourself, Ellen. It cannot be like, okay, somebody's gonna do this for you, your mom is gonna organize this for you. No, you know, you have to do it yourself. You have to say, okay, yeah.
I try to make music, but actually I have to make music. But I have evidence I've been taught. Sorry, that's just the well, we should have a fish surprise. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like your birthday party, you know, you organize the event, okay? You organize the event, then you create the experience. It's like you know how the music they have concerts and all that. It's that somebody curated the experience, okay? The performance, the talk. So you just make one and then you record it, okay?
Mm.
Then you put it. So your InstaShop basically has performances. It has music playing. It has make your cards. Your cards are gorgeous.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you
Okay.
paint or draw?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, sell those. Okay. You need something that you can sell. I'm trying to help you make money, Ellen.
Mm.
Your Switzerland trip is funded by your parents. You need to fund it yourself. Okay.
Mm.
Because you're an adult now, you know.
Yeah, I will.
Okay, you're an adult now. You need to fund your own things. If not, it's still being funded. Your holiday is still being funded by your adult, by your parents.
Mm.
You need to make a goal that your own holiday is funded by yourself.
Yeah.
That is what job is.
Yes, same myself. But now making music, but I think
Your job, and then
no,
must give you money so that you can go on holiday. Okay.
no, myself is to make my own choice, you know.
Yeah, choice is one thing. Choice, everybody, you must make a choice. You have no problem with
I
choice
like
already.
You music that personal I just do, you know. That what do I call it? That my mother love me, make my life feel so good.
Tasha, how do you talk to this guy? Huh? You go talk to him about his job and making money. Okay, he's a total dreamer. Okay, but that's also good. But Ellen,
Yeah.
you know you don't have a problem with choice.
Yeah.
Don't keep going on about it.
Yeah.
Okay, you're a person who exercises his choice every moment. Okay, that's why you're a happy person. But I want to grow you. I want to move you along, okay, into society.
Mm.
Yeah? Is
Yeah.
that a good plan?
Yes, exactly.
You need to take your job seriously. And when you go on leave, you have to apply for leave, okay?
Mm.
Yeah, because Alan,
Mm.
you're a pioneer. You're a
Yeah.
pioneer, right? Young adult, 22, 23?
Yes, I can.
So this Alan shop, make it very serious. Don't let anybody turn it into something that's not so serious. Okay? If you take it seriously, people will take it seriously.
Mm.
That's what choice means, you know. I take it seriously. I don't care what you think, I take it seriously. And then if it's serious in an adult world, okay, it's a shop, you got to generate your money and you generate your profits. Doesn't have to be very big, but it must happen. Okay? Then you learn everything that you need to make it happen, because you all are wonderful learners. You're self-learners. You're wonderful, wonderful learners. Don't even doubt that for a second, okay? So now you did so well in your school. We did so many things together, right? We did so many things together, the three of us. You think about it, right? Now we're going to take on the marketplace. Challenge it. We challenge so many things, you know. Do you know, from concerts to development programs, right?
Yes.
Since you're 14 years old, butterfly camp, we challenge education.
Yes. I guess I'll make two toys for everything.
I want you to
Yeah.
challenge shops.
No, my shop is it should be at the mom. That is. Yeah.
What is that called?
Yeah. That's the I want to make more toys for baby for camp. Yeah, it could be with about everything. Yeah. That'll be good. I get one program.
Yeah, BB, you got the program already. Program is solid. You challenge education already, okay?
Yes.
And we contributed to it, okay?
Yes.
So
yes.
now I want you to challenge the marketplace and
Yes.
contribute to it. Contribute to it.
Yes.
To do that, you need to know what the marketplace is about.
Mm. Yes.
Because it's about a job.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody talks about a job. They talk about advocacy. Don't talk anymore, Alan.
Yeah. That's how everything.
You go create your own job.
Mm.
Because now everything is free, it's available. Okay, the best is Insta.
Mm.
I think for you, you have many dreams. You can put it on the Insta first, okay?
Mm.
Put it on the Insta first. Start your Insta account, okay? Now, after I close this phone call, this meeting, the next thing you do is to go and set up your Insta account.
Mm.
Got it? That's how serious you need to take it. If not, you're still in school. If not, you're still in holiday mode.
Mm.
Then you won't grow up.
Yeah. Exactly.
Then you just have your age increasing in number, okay? But you won't really be the adult that you want to be.
Mm.
Mm?
Mm.
You like this challenge? That's because you're ready. You like it. Of course, both of you are so mature. I know you can do it.
Mm.
You know? I know you're like me. You got this funny, happy-go-lucky thing, right? But this is for you very important, Alan. Very important. You already worked for a few years. So now you got to just do it. Okay? The serious side of Alan must come up.
Mm.
Mm. Can? Okay, I gotta go, guys. Okay, let's take a picture.
All right.
Oh, I don't look pretty today. Okay, never mind. I'm so vain. All right. Okay, y'all good to go? You know what to do?
Yes, I know what you do.
Okay, I'll see you on the 26th, okay? Alan, set aside 26, all right? We have to go to school to finish the program. But actually, we need to do some publication. So let me see if we can get a publication out. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Mwah. Bye-bye. See you in 2 weeks.
Bye. That's bye.
Bye. Bye.